All right, well, it's been a while since I've done one of these update videos, and a lot of it's just going to be a continuation slash overlap of the last update video that I did a few months back. This is basically just an announcement to say that I am finally ready. Not really ready, but I'm going to start doing some summer streaming. I'm ready insofar as I tried setting up my streaming software today, and it was successful, but there's still testing that I have to do, things like sound checking and latency checking and all this other crap. But I know I can stream, and I feel like if I set myself a time to begin doing this, then it will motivate me to learn all that stuff as quickly as I can in preparation. That time is going to be this Saturday, June 6th at noon Mountain Standard Time in the United States, or 6 p.m. UTC for everyone else who wants to try and figure that one out. I feel like this should be a pretty good time to be available to most of my viewers, particularly my European viewers. Hopefully that won't be too late and you'll still be able to participate. If you are not able to catch the stream, don't worry about it because I am going to upload every stream to YouTube. I am not, however, going to do like some people do and just dump a dozen 6-hour videos. I don't understand people who do that. It is incredibly frustrating to me. I'm going to be breaking them up into the usual 20 to 30 minutes. Um, but everything will be there for you. Of course, they will also be on Twitch if you want to watch them later, although I'm not entirely sure about setting that up. There's still quite a bit I need to learn. Crash course here this week, but if I don't do it now, it's going to be forever because it's been forever. I keep putting it off, putting it off. I was planning to do it 4 months ago, and then this whole doomsday thing happened, and it's kind of a lot has happened in my life. Well, not a lot different, but just a lot has kept me busy from doing some of these other things, from branching out. But I'm kind of at a breaking point personally for just deciding, well, maybe I'm just going to say fuck it and walk away from it all anyway. So let's go ahead and start the Twitch streaming. Um, my idea for this is going to be a certain set of games that I would not, or that I don't feel are necessarily appropriate to do YouTube series on. Specifically, I'm thinking of doing Saturday city building and Sunday drives. The city building games that I'm going to do first are City Skylines and Planet Coaster. Obviously, I'm thinking of doing others down the road, but I think this is those are good games to get started in, just because I see them as being very casual. They're without the pressure of thinking I need to make something happen in 20 or 30 minutes for the people checking in daily for an episode. I feel like these streams are just going to be an hour or two, and I don't intend to go all day because otherwise I will not have time to do other things that are on a long list of things I'd also want to be doing. This Saturday it's going to be an hour or two, mostly as a test stream, but we'll test probably City Skylines. And in those games, it's going to probably be more of an interactive thing. I'm thinking that this is going to be something where, we'll kind of build a city together. I'm not really thinking of doing this like a city by committee, but, I'm just thinking of obviously naming streets and or buildings or whatever sections of the town, memorial bridges or whatever with viewers. And then maybe we'll just kind of decide, well, what do you think we should build next? Should I build a port for this, or what section of the city? Just something like that. And then I don't really know. Maybe we'll do something like a city council thing, depending on how big this gets. I honestly don't think it's going to get very big to the point where we're going to need to, start getting down to like tiers and levels and whatever. But I just thought it would be something where we could try and build a city and just forever or a park or whatever. And then the Sunday Drive idea is based on the fact that I own American Truck Simulator, and that would just be a very casual stream. I was thinking it would be more something like just kind of a chat for an hour or two. I will not be doing Sunday. for this first stream. This first stream is just going to be this coming Saturday, June 6th, but eventually I want to maybe do a Saturday, Sunday, or just an alternative, Saturday this week, Sunday next week, or whatever. Apparently, from the things I read, schedules are very important for being successful on Twitch. But this would be just more something where we're going for a drive, because in that game, drives can take forever and not much happens. And then we would just, I don't know, talk about things. I don't really want it to become like a current events, talking politics kind of thing. It might turn that way. I guess it depends. But I don't know. I kind of had this idea from an idea to talk about dreams, and I hear you rolling your eyes. Stop it. Specifically, this happened to me. I tend to have sometimes vivid and or recently recurring dreams. If you are into H.P. Lovecraft and his mythos cycles, he has broken, or had, he's dead now, not dead but dreaming. His mythos is kind of broken up into categories, and so a cycle of his stories are pertain to the dreamlands, and they follow recurring characters and locations and that sort of thing. Uh, and I personally have actually kind of started to notice and experience this, where a lot of my dreams are connected. They are locations within close proximity, or they are just, I don't know, it's kind of weird. And so I just thought, well, maybe it'd be kind of interesting to talk about that. Not necessarily from a, well, what does this mean in the dream, but just kind of, I don't know, maybe discussion of world building or something. I don't actually know what this would entail. And it might just be boring and we'll only do it once, but I don't know, just an idea. I also kind of want to do role-playing games. RPGs have not been very strong on my channel. Viewership is not really there for them, and I feel like that's because if you're going to watch a channel for role-playing games, you're there for role-playing games, and there are YouTubers who specifically focus on them, and that is just not me. My audience is here mostly for city building and then strategy. But the role-playing games that I want to do, specifically the Wizardry series and Might and Magic, I have all the Might and Magic games. Um, those are very expansive games. They take hours to complete. There's a lot of side questing and hidden stuff. So that stuff would just, I feel, same way with the City Skylines. It would be something that I would not feel pressured to make something happen in 20 or 30 minutes. It's not something that I would feel like, oh my God, we're on episode 160. No one's watching this. It's 10 people watching it. I do have a few series like that. But so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if there's an interest in that, we could go and explore that, because I do want to kind of get back into those games. I did have some of the old Wizard or the Might and Magic games back when I was like in high school or something, and I remember printing out a binder of the actual PDF manual, and I just never finished the game. I don't know. Even I might get bored with that. But there's a lot of role-playing games like Fallout 2 that I just never came back to. I did Fallout 1. I never came back for Fallout 2 or any of that stuff, just because that just never really took off. I had intended to do all the Mother games. I started Earthbound for the Nintendo, sorry for yelling, is one of my favorite games of all time, and probably my favorite role-playing game of all time. It is, however, technically number 2 in the series. So I did Mother 1, or Mother Zero, I guess is the technical. I don't even Earthbound Zero, Mother One. I don't even remember how the North America Japanese naming conventions work. But so I did number 1 with anticipation of doing 2 and 3, and then I just never did. So that might be another game that I would come back to. So I don't know. I feel like the streaming lends itself better to long format games and videos, whereas YouTubing now kind of needs to be more precise. Not that it matters for me anyway, because I'm not really doing this for money. Definitely not for YouTube. I've lost my partnership a while ago, and it's probably never going to come back because of the way YouTube operates. So it's not like I need to worry about viewership numbers or subscriber numbers or anything. I haven't even looked at my analytics in months, but it's just, I guess in order to keep this going, I feel like I need to make them different because one thing I've seen a lot of my formerly favorite Let's Players do is give up on YouTube and go full-time streaming, and now they just dump all of their streams on YouTube as a way of saying, well, you can still watch me, I'm still out there. But I mean, it's hard to do that when these people dump half a dozen episodes that are 6 hours long. Like, how the hell can I watch that? I'm not going to. So, in order to avoid that, I feel like the content needs to be different. And like I said, the streams will be put on YouTube, so you don't have to worry about missing them. They will be in a format that will be watchable, because obviously, if you're missing out, I still want you to be able to watch them without having to dedicate 3 hours of your time. If you are going to watch the streams, like I said, they're going to be an hour or two because I don't want to give up all of my weekends. I look forward to them as it is. And for you, I don't expect people to have to stay there or feel obligated to stay there. For you, it might just be something you have on in the background while you're doing laundry for the weekend or whatever. I don't really know. But anyway, long story short, too late. We will be streaming. I will be streaming Saturday, June 6th. Hopefully, I remember Don't Oversleep. That is a possibility. I mean, I haven't even set up, like, I probably will at some point set up a Twitter account so I can do announcements. I will make the announcements for YouTube as a reminder because that is a thing that I personally find helpful, even though I don't really watch streams. Um, so this is not just going to be something that I am going to have ready to go out the gates. It's going to be a learning experience for me, but I will try to make it a smooth transition and something that is actually useful, I guess, because we don't really interact much, you and I. The streaming is going to be a new experience for me, and I don't know, maybe we'll grow this, and I will have a reason to have to get a Discord or whatever else the kids are doing these days. But yeah, so in a week's time, I will probably do a reminder video on Friday, just because things happen. But yeah, so if you are stuck at home, at least that might be one more thing for you to do. I am not stuck at home. I have an essential job, so that sucks. But yeah, fuck man, I don't want it anymore. I don't want to be essential anymore. So instead, we'll have some entertainment and see if we can waste some time this weekend. I'll see you then.